I think everyone would agree that 2020 has been one of the craziest years on record in a lot of ways, but especially when it comes to the housing and real estate market, as well as interest rates, which have hit historical lows. So in today's lesson here, we're going to talk about forecasts for 2021. What does that look like for real estate? What does that look like for mortgages? And more importantly, what does that look like for interest rates? Hey, it's Robert Weinberg, and on this channel we empower people to take control of their futures through expert mortgage and financial strategies. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about predictions for interest rates in the housing market in 2021 coming up. So if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in knowing what's going to happen with interest rates. And I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you I do a lot of research. I follow a lot of mortgage analysts and economists, and I can give you an idea of what I'm predicting for myself as well as advising my clients on a daily basis. So I think everyone would agree that 2020 was insane. Nobody predicted that the housing market would be just so robust and have so many buyers out there and have so much activity. And at the same point, nobody predicted that interest rates would be going down so much and near these historically low levels. A year ago, everyone was saying the housing market was not doing that well, and they were also saying that interest rates were on an upswing, and we all know what ended up happening. So let's take a look at some charts here and break down the data. Now, mortgage rates do not follow directly the Treasury notes or Treasury bills, but they do take some cues from it. So this forecast here is showing that the projection for 2021 is that the interest rates are going to go up a little. They are still at those very low historical levels, but it is going to be more towards the upswing versus the downswing. So keep that in mind. Again, very, very good opportunities to buy, sell, and refinance, but you may not get the exact same super low, historically low rate that you are getting by locking in right now. So if you're on the fence about refinancing, you may be better off just moving forward right away with the certainty that you are getting that historically low rate. But know that if you can't move forward right away, you're working on your credit or other issues that are stopping you from buying or refinancing immediately, you're still going to have a great opportunity next year. I do believe that the housing market is going to continue to progress. We've seen in some areas, especially where I'm at in Connecticut, some of these towns have had 10, 15% appreciation just in the last 6 months. That's not really sustainable. I do believe that as we get into the winter months and we get into the new year, we will see a little bit of a leveling off as far as the home values. Again, these huge double-digit returns on homes right now, it's not sustainable for the future. There was a lot of pent-up demand that came about due to the pandemic, and a lot of people just moved forward with home purchases without really giving as much thought to the price that they were paying, just trying to quickly move into the property that they wanted to get. So that really lended itself to that huge increase in home values. Now, again, you will see a little bit more of an uptrend in home values, but I think it will level off as we get into mid to late 2021. Now, going back to interest rates here, I have a forecast here from Fannie Mae and the MBA, and you can see Fannie Mae expects that interest rates will go down. They're expecting about a close to a half a point lower in 2021 than right now in 2020. But the MBA, Mortgage Bankers Association, is predicting an increase. They're showing almost a quarter point increase as their forecast. So I always look at it like split the difference, and if you do that, you'll see the interest rates are very, very close. The average is going to be very close to what they are right now in 2020 versus 2021. So you really win either way, because if you lock in a super low rate right now in 2020 and the rates do happen to go significantly lower next year, you can always refinance your loan. But if the rates go up, then you're locked in. You don't have to worry about refinancing. You don't have to worry about any future repercussions or issues down the road. With my clients, we typically use a 30-year fixed or 15-year fixed or one of those fixed rate loans. So there's not adjustable rates. In most cases right now, adjustable rates just don't make sense. The risk is not worth the reward because of the fact that you can really lock in this historically low rate on your property, whether you're buying or refinancing at this point. So I would say it's not a rush situation where you have to immediately go and think that rates are going to go through the roof, but I would say right now is a great time to buy, sell, or refinance your property here in late 2020. There's historically always going to be a little bit of a lull as we get into the winter months, especially in areas of the country like the Northeast or Midwest, which are more affected by the winter. Just not as many home buyers are out there trying to buy and refinance in the winter. It's just not as much, historically speaking. So I would say if you're someone that's looking to cash out equity in a refinance, you're probably better off doing that now because of this run-up that we've had in home prices. If you're just looking for a regular refinance to lower your payment, lower your interest rate, then you could flip a coin either way. You'll surely have some good opportunities early to mid next year. But right now, today, in late 2020, you have, again, some of the best interest rates in the history of our country. As the saying goes, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And I think right now you have a bird in the hand with these historically low interest rates. Don't really worry about, oh, am I going to get an eighth of a point better in 6 months or a quarter point better down the line. Those incremental small amounts really trump the fact that you could save a ton of money right now, guaranteed. So get with your mortgage advisor, have them run some scenarios, and if it makes sense, move forward right away. Don't wait. If you're looking to buy a home, as I always say, get with the mortgage advisor quickly so you know where you're at with your credit, with your income. You can make the necessary adjustments because these rates will not last forever, okay? The rates are going to go back up to the 4, 5, 6% range. The question is when. Nobody really knows. Again, nobody forecasted where we're at today. So you really need to look at this as a financial opportunity for you and your family, an opportunity to build wealth. Again, whether it's by buying a property or refinancing your current property or selling. You know, if you're somebody that's thinking about selling, I would do that as soon as you can because we know this run up in home prices has been amazing and there's a limited inventory right now. Once the places start opening back up and we're out of this pandemic, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more properties come up on the market, which means that there'll be a lot more inventory and it will go, you know, trending more back towards a buyer's market. Right now it's a seller's market, but as more inventory comes on, buyers will have a lot more opportunity to negotiate, whether it be lower prices, concessions towards closing costs, and that sort of thing. Whereas right now, a lot of people are not listing their homes because they're worried about the pandemic and whatnot. I don't think that that's going to last forever. Of course, as we get out of this and the vaccines start coming out and actually getting administered, that's really the caveat that I think will move everything into that higher rate environment. It's just a matter of when is that going to happen. Is it going to be early next year, mid next year, late next year, or even into 2022? These are all really important factors that you consider and really think about. But again, no one has a crystal ball. So look at the opportunity that you have today in 2020 into early 2021. Move forward, take advantage, and use this opportunity to better your situation and that of your family. If it's your first time watching us, I hope this has been of value. I hope that you found some good insight in today's lesson. Please go ahead and click subscribe and also hit the bell so you get notified on all of our future content. Again, I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.